I'm sitting down with the guys who created HackerPager, and I know it's like a whole team behind it, but I do want to ask, like, this thing has been in production for quite some time.
Yeah.
Badges always start with a story.
Mm.
Where did this one come from?
You want me to take this one?
Yeah, yeah. I think it was your idea.
Yeah. So, every year we try to come up with something that would be just like really great for the community. We always are looking at kind of making a badge that's not just a badge, but is a tool, something that doesn't live in your drawers or in a cabinet, but you can use all year long and provides not just some blinky lights, but just some good functionality so that people can use it for research and we can further kind of the security agenda of whatever we're working on. And so for this, we're big fans of hackers. We watch it every year. We quote it. We yell it through the halls. It's our mantra. We hack the planet, So we were looking at what our badge was going to be, what the design was going to be, and I'd collected some Motorola Advisor pagers, and it had been something that I just had been wanting to remake, just on my own, but not as a badge. And so Cody came up with this just like sales pitch of, hey, here's our apocalyptic communication device. And he had this just amazing like concept art. And he came to us and said like, I took the idea and I made it great. And so it was, from that point, we knew that was the badge. That was what we were going to do. We didn't at that point have a second choice or a third choice. It was that one or nothing. And we tried really hard to get it for last year's DEF CON. Admittedly, and I'll let Cody tell his story on this, but we didn't get assembly in time, and everything that we had, we were trying to do from a new perspective, trying to build a case and not trying to build just some PCBs stacked. And so I'll let Cody talk about that whole process. If you want to get into it.
Yeah, jump on in.
Yeah, for sure. It was, admittedly, over ambitious. We had done a couple badges before, which are, a little more kind of standard, where it's just a PCB that clips to a lanyard, and you can kind of get them produced relatively easily, and we had done that. But to kind of realize this pager aesthetic, we had to make a device which had like a case and like a screen that mounts and like buttons for the UI, and it got like successively more and more sophisticated, to the point where we didn't entirely know what we were in for. We did really push to get these available for last year, and we had a huge batch of circuit boards. So the main circuit board that drives the whole thing coming in, and it got just stuck in customs for weeks and weeks and weeks, and it was. Looking back on it now, maybe that was for the best, because we've had like another year to really polish it and kind of get it ready, and it's in such a better state now than it was last year. But
we talked generically about features. I know it integrates with Meshtastic.
Yep.
Talk me through some of the features, because it's called the HackerPager, so you would imagine you'd be able to like reach out to people on it.
Yeah, for sure. So, immediately kind of jumping off of Xenofx's idea from like, let's make something that kind of, calls back to the movie Hackers. We had a couple people on our team playing around with Meshtastic and LoRa communicators. So, but people watching, Meshtastic is becoming a very, very popular kind of text messaging, group chat, local protocol that runs over this LoRa radio standard that can communicate for very long distances. So we were kind of excited about that. So we're like, let's, it's a pager, it should communicate. So we wanted it to be a LoRa radio. It's got Meshtastic, but we wanted HackerPager to be both kind of a communication device, but also sort of a hacker's toolbox. So we worked pretty hard to get features in here that can help hackers get into that kind of LoRa ecosystem and stuff. So, first off, it's just an open source development platform. We've got the firmware. You can add stuff if you want based off the Meshtastic firmware. but we've got some tools out of the box just for helping understand LoRa. So we've got
So let's do this. Let's jump over to the overhead
let's do
camera,
it.
and then we can run through those features.
We are on the Meshtastic network for DEF CON. They've got a special channel set up that deals with the size of the conference a little bit, so you can see messages streaming in here. Hopefully, nothing too naughty in here. It is DEF CON though. So these are live from anyone with a Meshtastic device. There's a huge ecosystem of Meshtastic devices. So people are using them to just kind of chat about the conference. And it's we're on the mesh. You can see right now in the last 10 minutes we've seen 59 nodes come up just kind of around us, and since I kind of last reset this, which was maybe kind of yesterday, I have like 200 nodes, maybe more. I think I'm kind of capped out on my node database. So yeah, tons and tons of people on Meshtastic. So we wanted more than just messaging. We wanted to, provide tools that people could start to get into the LoRa ecosystem, play around with stuff. So first thing that's probably the most useful for people looking to learn more about LoRa is we've got packet capture right on the device. So LoRa's got a bunch of different kind of like channel settings you can listen to on different frequencies over different other kind of radio settings, and you can just start writing to a file. We've got an SD card in this thing, so we're just dumping to a normal PCAP file, and then we've got a Wireshark plugin, so you can load that up, and we'll decode all the packets, decrypt packets that we have the keys for, and it helps you really understand what's going on. You see all the not just the messages, but you also see all the telemetry packets and all like the node mesh communication and stuff. So it's a super cool way to learn more about LoRa.
Yeah, it's cool because it's like LoRa is one of those ones which isn't really easily captured off a computer. You always need you need a specialty device.
Exactly. So yeah, just like getting visibility into that, and you can see the packets are streaming in super fast because the network at DEF CON's obviously pretty crazy. But yeah, it's difficult to hack what you can't see. So first step is like being able to see the traffic. So that's the thing we focused on first.
We also set up a Wireshark dissector, so you can download that and get the functionality within Wireshark to be able to do all your basic packet capture analysis that you're normally used to, filters and everything, with channel key decryption and everything. So it's pretty solid for that.
All right, what else?
Yep. So up next, we got a kind of spectrum analyzer scanner here that's super basic, but it just lets you kind of sweep across the spectrum and try and find what frequencies are sort of active to help you hone in on what to listen to with the capture tool. So we just did a scan here, and you can see, since this is DEF CON, there's a lot of activity, but we got like a big spike over here at like 903 megahertz. There's like more activity down, way down over here. So you can use this to kind of listen more broadly and figure out what you might want to do packet captures on. We got like 852 megahertz, stuff like that. And then we also want this to be, kind of a developer platform for people who want to mess around with this stuff. So we, in addition to all this firmware to being open source based off of Meshtastic, GPL licensed, we have the ability for you to write to the baseband of the radio as well. So if you want to play around with modifying that, that's something we'll let you do.
Yeah, and we're essentially looking at releasing some new research that will leverage people's HackerPagers or any updates that are pushed upwards to the Heltec devices or the Meshtastic kind of ecosystem. Not necessarily in Meshtastic, because we don't know if we can push that into their code base, but more so other devices. We build everything open source so that the community can benefit from it. So like we're hoping to, in the next week or so, get some really cool research out there where you'll get to learn more about this whole SX patching feature, kind of where it came from and the storyline of some of the other neat things we found within it.
Cool.
Yeah, and finally, it's also a badge, so it's got lights and lots of blinking LEDs, as you've seen. We've got, some little chip 8 emulator on here for some games. So if you want to play, some games or something, we've got fun stuff on here too, because it's got to be fun. So
I want to go back. I want to
Yeah.
say I wanted to send a message out.
for sure.
Is this capable of creating and sending the message as well? Because
Right.
most Meshtastic
Yeah.
devices, you have to use a phone or something like that.
Totally, yeah. I kind of glossed over that. So one thing that was super important to us is that this kind of can be a standalone device. Out of the box, you turn it on. It takes you through a setup flow directly, so you don't need a phone to use it. We still completely compatible with the Meshtastic app if you do want to use it from your phone. But you can set up, you can read messages, and we have an on-screen keyboard, so you can absolutely send messages if you want to. It's a little more tactile than getting it out on your phone, but we got everything you need in here.
But it's a true standalone device.
It is a true standalone device. You got an emoji keyboard in here. We can send a waving hand emoji, and we can send this out to the mesh so everyone can see our message.
Huge credit to Ian and Cody because they had to support emojis on this very, very retro style display. And the Meshtastic community loves sending emojis. So Ian and Cody added just a ton of functionality in here to support people's general messaging use and to make it as just intuitive and easy to use as possible. So a lot of credit goes to them, and also SGX for the case design.
Absolutely.
The whole team worked on it, but those three really did so much.
Yeah, we had a great team working on this. Yeah, there is no freely available 8x8 pixel emoji font, it turns out. So no one's making emoji for retro graphic LCDs, so we had to kind of carve our own path there.
Anytime you take on any badge, it's always things like and this goes beyond. It's not just a circuit board badge. It's the molding. It's the buttons. It's all the things and all the nonsense that goes with it. Stopping customs. If someone wants this one, where do they actually go to get one?
Sure. So HackerPager.net is our website. HackerPager.net. We are currently out of stock. We've had a tremendous response from the community.
We actually sold out all of our inventory in less than 3 minutes, and that was not at all expected.
No.
I'm sure it made some people salty, and we're really trying to make sure that doesn't happen again. But admittedly, each pager took over an hour of assembly. Even the previous version that we had an issue where we didn't anticipate for the amount of pressure that was created from the display on the board with its pogo pins. And all that pressure ended up meaning that when you were originally, prior version that you guys won't get, it would have restarted as you were pushing buttons. So we had to go through and create a brace to deal with that. And then, another funny part about all this is since we had to bring all the stock here and we were trying to bring as much as we could, Cody managed to fly on a plane with a lot of badges in his carry-on, right?
I had a carry-on just stacked with badges.
Apparently, although there's a restriction on the size of batteries, it doesn't really seem like there's a restriction on the number of batteries. So
as long as it's under 100 watt hours, you can bring a whole bunch of them.
Oh man! So I have a question because I think sometimes people see badges and they're like, oh, this is a commercial ploy where it's like people are just they just want to sell badges. Like this is not something where it's like, oh, we just wanted to sell them. Like, you guys have been coming to DEF CON for how long now?
I've been coming since DEF CON 15. I grew up in a kind of in the world of I wish I could go to DEF CON.
Go ahead, a little closer.
I'm sorry. I grew up in the world of I wish I could go to DEF CON. That's where all the elite hackers go. I was a teenager and I was trying to find my community, and everyone was talking about this convention in Vegas. And so when I finally came, I was alone. I went into talks by myself, and it was really intimidating. But as we all kind of created our own community of hardware hackers, embracing DEF CON was really important to us because like that's the community we support, we wanted to be in. We we love kind of the semi-malicious love of anarchy. It's like if you watch the movie Hackers, there's a lot of that in it, and I think that's why the HackerPager kind of resonates with everyone. I think that's why we love DEF CON so much, and why we're so happy to be here. And to touch on the commercial product side of things, if you guys think it looks like a commercial product, that's really special to us, because we've gone through a lot of badges that didn't even look like badges. And in this, we tried really hard for y'all. So we really hope you like it. We really appreciate the support. And we're trying to figure out how we can not only make this better, but step up to the plate again with another type of item / product / badge, whatever it is, whatever you can call it. And, further security agenda on another type of protocol or another type of item that we can really get behind.
That's great. Hey, you know what? Thank you so much. It's so cool. I know you guys gave me one. I can't wait to rip it open. I've been waiting for this moment, but I want to talk to you first. Thank you for making it. Thank you for watching. And as always,
thank you, Silk, and thank you, DEF CON. It's an honor.
Absolutely.
Hack on.
Hack the planet.
Hack the planet.